Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to your daily Bitcoin update. And in this update, we actually have something to talk about. Yesterday, we got a nice bullish breakout, which I may or may not have traded as well. So I'll talk a little bit about that as well. And just in general, like at this point of time, we're at a pretty crucial point of time/price, which from here we could actually get quite a lot more bullish momentum, but it could also there are some other things, for example, with the dollar strength index, which could also make the opposite come true, right? So there's enough to talk about. We'll do that. We'll focus on the technicals, but also on the fundamentals. So hopefully at the end of the video, you'll be optimally prepared for everything that can happen. Before we dive into Bitcoin specifically, though, I do want to mention as well that I have my own premium trading group, in which I share my own trades, but you also gain access to an amazing community full of traders. So if you actually want to become a better trader, I'm quite convinced that this is the best way to do this, or to do that, by joining the group. Links will be down in the description or the pinned comments, and you can also just head over to cilinix.com if you want to join. But for now, onto Bitcoin. So I quickly wanted to start off with some market circumstances, and I guess some news. And with news, I mainly mean the what we have tomorrow. And I'm not sure why my filters are off, because I have all sorts of economic events now right here. But if you actually look at Friday, what you'll see is that we have a speech by the Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. That's going to make the market move. At this point of time, I'm not too sure yet how that's going to make the market move. Apart from that, today we also have initial jobless claims and continuing jobless claims. Those will probably make the market move a little bit, not too much, but a little bit, where higher numbers are actually positive, which is kind of counterintuitive, but it is true, because it's bearish for the dollar strength index. And if the dollar strength index falls, like we also saw yesterday, Bitcoin becomes bullish, which is one of the reasons why we actually got that bullish breakout, because that happened. So that's a nice little bridge to the technicals. We got a bullish breakout, which we also talked about in the update yesterday. This was actually expected, because what I said is that we would either get a bullish breakout above 26,300 or a bearish breakout, but we got that bullish breakout, and that's also what we, or at least what I stated in the video, what I thought was most likely. So we got that because just in general, a bit of recovery was actually expected. Usually after a crash like this, you do get some recovery. You can also argue that we made some sort of a, if I can find my nice little brush, you can also argue that we made some sort of a nice double bottom right there. I mean, in general, if you take a look at the markets, there's usually like a ton of indicators which you can use. It's just about picking the right ones. So technically got that bullish breakout. Then we rejected off of the 50 EMA, which is a strong resistance level in general. But we have respected the 28 EMA. So right now there's actually like, I wouldn't say we're bullish, obviously, because of the crash. But I would say on the short term, there's actually room for a bit of more bullish momentum. And like I said, I personally also longed from this area right here. So the trade is in profit, and I do still expect some more bullish momentum from there. Personally, the first price target for me is a 0.382 FIB, around 26,920. The 382 FIB is always a very, very strong indicator, so I expect resistance from there. But in general, I mean, if and that depends a bit on the dollar strength index. The dollar strength index, as you can see, if it loads, as you can see, is getting up to some levels where historically we actually found a lot of resistance. So that's great, because if the dollar strength index finds resistance, that increases the chance of Bitcoin becoming more bullish. So it depends a little bit on that, whether we can break past the 382 FIB. There's even stronger resistance for Bitcoin around 27,200 and 27,500, which I very much doubt will break through. But we can get there as well in the upcoming week or so, if the dollar strength index is bearish, and if, for example, the outcome of the news today and the speech tomorrow is bullish for Bitcoin. But I'll still keep you updated on that. All right, it's a bit too early to talk too much about that yet, but it's definitely important to know. and important to follow, so I would recommend you to do that. But for now, this is my update and my take on Bitcoin. So thank you for watching, take care, and bye.